Thank you for tuning in to Not Just Girl Talk with Tiffany and Ashanti. Make sure you got a beverage in your hand. Sit back, relax, and engage with us.
Okay, what's going on, Tiff? How you doing?
I am doing wonderful, girl. How are you, Sean?
I'm doing good. I am your host, Ashanti.
And I'm your host, Tiffany.
And welcome to Not Just Girl Talk, episode 16. Thank y'all for tuning in and showing us love every week out here. Yes, we appreciate the love and support that we have been getting from you all. Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode. And before we get started, Tiffany's going to let you all know where you all can contact us at so that you can tell a friend, tell a friend, and tell a friend about Not Just Girl Talk.
Absolutely. So, we are available on IG at NotJustGirl_talk. Again, that's IG, NotJustGirl_talk. We're also available on Facebook at Not Just Girl Talk with Tiffany and Ashanti. Not Just Girl Talk with Tiffany and Ashanti on Facebook. We are definitely available on YouTube, which we need you guys to hit the little bell and subscribe so that you can get all of the notifications from Not Just Girl Talk. But we are found at Not Just Girl Talk Podcast on YouTube. Again, that's Not Just Girl Talk Podcast on YouTube. And we are also in the Twitter universe at Not Just Girl T. Twitter is at Not Just Girl T. And we have a baby TikTok account at Not Just Girl Talk.
All right. So definitely want y'all to tell somebody about us, and we want to thank the new people for coming aboard and listening to us, and for our OGs that's been sticking around. We love y'all. Thank you so much for the support, the continuous support. So we're going to move into our beverage of the day. So make sure you got a beverage in your hand while you listening to us. So Tiff, what you drinking on today?
Still the same bubbly Moscato. I actually been on pina coladas and daiquiris. I think I'm just trying to get in the vacation mood, but I didn't feel like fixing one. But yeah, just a little Moscato, sparkly, bubbly.
Okay. Well, I'm taking light water. So I do have my just my sparkling water here. I'm not going to show the label because they ain't sponsoring us yet. But I am drinking my just my sparkling water, which I love. Yeah, I know I love me a good seltzer, a good sparkling something. That's my flavor. So let us know what y'all sipping on while y'all listening to us. Now moving into our weekend, our week. Let's see, what's been going on with you?
Girl, we've been doing great. We went to our church picnic, so let me preface this by saying today was the first day that my church has officially been back in the building. However, we have two locations, and the location that I technically don't attend because I kind of live too far now from that location is where they started, but they were back in the building face to face. We had to make reservations though, but so I say all this to say we had our church picnic yesterday, and that was really nice. Took the girls there. They had a ball. Mama and Daddy was very hot though. It's hot. It's a different type of heat here. Tennessee has a definitely different type of heat. But yeah, but that's pretty much it. We just trying to relax and get ready to come out there Thursday.
Yes, I'm excited.
So I'm trying to
I'm excited.
Get my stuff together. But yeah, you know, and I had seen, and I don't know if you heard about Tabitha. You know, Tabitha Brown.
Oh yeah,
it is vegan. Girl, she has her own seasoning, and it sold out in 39 minutes. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
God,
Black
I can't wait to get
magic.
it. It is, and it's with McCormick too, so I bet it's good. But it's like I think it got mango in it. I'm gonna have to see what it tastes like. It's a different flavor. I know she's vegan, but I was looking at the flavor and I was like, "There's gonna be an interesting flavor that I'm gonna test out on my food."
Do you think, does she ever make you know, like, I like her. I really like her. I'm like, maybe I can do vegan. Like, she make me question. Like,
if you can do
I
it.
probably could do it, right? make it just look so easy and good.
She do make it look easy and good. I ain't gonna lie, she do. I tried to be a pescatarian for a moment because I can't let my seafood go. It didn't last that long, but I tried it.
I like all my meat, and I mean, maybe I can give up pork. I mean, that
I can let go. I don't really do pork.
That's the easiest thing for me because I'm not I don't, unless we're grilling, I don't think about pork or bacon. Bacon is this, but to my defense, we do not, I don't cook breakfast often. Like maybe weekends, and if we rotate with turkey sausage and bacon, so it's not like an everyday, but it's not an everyday thing. Trust, I don't cook. I did just have rice bacon this morning though.
I mean, but bacon, you gotta have the bacon. I'm sorry, everything else can kind of go, but that bacon, I don't care what you say. People who don't eat pork, when you smell that bacon, you be eyeing that bacon. They be eyeing it.
You're like, let me just get a little taste. Let me just get a little taste.
A little corner.
Get the corner right
there. So what I do this weekend, girl? I did. I went out and did a little shopping. I was trying to find something to wear for our photo shoot we got coming up. So I'm excited for that. And I was in the store trying to find I have a couple of white shirts, but I wanted to do another one. And I just was in the store like, this is some old stuff. Like in the store, it's just old. I was like, is this what we were subjected to growing up in the department stores? Because online shopping is totally different. You can get the cute outfits, the cute little shirts and stuff. And I was in the store like, this is quite depressing, to say the least. So I was like, yeah, let me get out of here. But I did do a little shopping. I got a couple new accessories that I was looking at while I was out. And I also took Fat driving. So I sent her a picture of me. I'm in the car I'm snapping shot, selfies with him driving. I'm on the passenger side. He was 10 and 2 tight. He like this. I said, Fat, just relax. He said, I'm relaxed, Mom. I said, okay.
You better be safe. You listen to yourself and your spirit. Stay safe.
I need him to relax just a little bit. So he did good though.
Then wait till he be like this.
Yeah. Oh God, leaning back. I'm like, sit up in the car. Oh my God. But he did good. Only thing he got to work on is switching lanes, because he's the type of person. I'm like, okay, put your signal on. And whichever way the signal is going is the way that wheel finna turn. It's like he's veering to that side before he looks. And I'm like,
oh, yeah.
You have to, just because you put your signal on, don't mean you got to hit the wheel at the same time. So it's like a simultaneous thing, like signal, wheel. I'm like, oh my God, no, look first. Put your signal, look, and then get over. So that's some stuff that we're working on. But we did go quite far this time. Like we went, I let him just drive. Somebody called themselves trying to blow at him because he was going slow. I said, I put the hand up. Don't rush him. Do not rush him. I said, don't worry about that. You drive. You want to go, sir, matter of fact, you need to go slow anyway. Go around us if it's that serious. Don't be going, don't worry about people.
Y'all need a student driver. You need the student driver sticker.
I don't think I can get one of those yet. He got to go to driving school out here.
You can create that.
We can make one and just put them.
Yeah, we sure can.
I don't like them stickers on my car though. You don't have to.
Well, like something in the window.
Put it in the. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Something.
Student driver on board.
We could do something like that. Because people need to. We're gonna blow at him. I'm blowing at him. Then here I go on the car on FaceTime. Mom, look at that. Then everybody was like, hey, Fat. And he's straight ahead. They was like, you can't wave at us. I was like, yeah, wait till we come to a stop. Then he can wave at y'all, baby. He was like this on the wheel, 10 and 2, eyes forward.
You got to watch how you drive too, Sean, because he's looking at that. You better not be doing no wrong stuff. Because when I got married, my was it my bachelorette party? When I tell you, like, Ashanti can do everything, y'all. She was blowing balloons, driving, taking care of somebody. Sit back, do this. All right, Like literally blowing helium balloons on the expressway.
I sure was. We had to get there. We was already running a little behind. So I'm like, we got the balloons, so we gotta blow them up. I'm like, y'all, here, blow some balloons. I'm like, hand me one. I'm blowing the balloon. We driving. I'm like, here, tie it up. Give me another one. Hey, we got a multitask. We got to get it going.
Mm-mm.
So, but he's
No
not
fat.
learning those behaviors.
No, don't multitask, please.
He ain't doing none of that right now. He ain't doing none of that right now.
Oh, you hope not.
All right, y'all. Well, y'all can see we had a good weekend. Let us know how y'all weekend was. I don't think we ever asked y'all how y'all weekend were or y'all week.
Yes.
Yeah, let us know if y'all care to. We get some engagement. We don't get a lot of engagement, but we trying to pull y'all in. Give us something, a little something. So moving into our next segment, which is a sip on it or speak on it. So Tiff, what you got for the sip on it and speak on it? What topic we got today?
You know, we are. I don't care what we want to talk about first.
The
Let's see. You said the who? Oh yeah,
the mask.
The mask. Yes, I was finna go into, but we can wait for that.
Okay.
But the FAA they are finding people now in these airports, in these streets. They trying to still wear these anti-maskers. Don't want to put this mask on. For real. Don't want to put the mask on. Absolutely, they should be arrested personally. But you know. I'm just saying, if the rule, that's breaking the law. If the rule is in the airport, you must wear your mask, and you don't have it on, you shouldn't be no, you're not following the rules. You're breaking the law, and you can get bailed out. Well, it's the law of the airport. Don't fly, drive. Get your rental car or whatever you need to drive where you need to be if you can't follow the rules of the airport.
Well, I agree because at this point, this is affecting people's lives. So if you don't have your mask on, you don't know if you're sick or not. It could be a regular common cold because right now they say it's a nice little summer cold going around. Anybody got time for that? So
and that Delta variant.
I was just going to say the little Delta variant that's out here. You don't know what that's about to be like, and that's for people that stay in the house. So it started multiplying. Shoot. Now we got another variant of the virus that has, now come out. People don't want to wear the mask. They think the world's just open. To each his own. However, if I'm in a space, I need the mask to be on. Because Fat Friend, he needed a ride from the airport, Lord, from the football field. I said, okay, I will help a little cheering get home. I said, roll the windows down. I said, have you been vaccinated? He was like, no, ma'am. I said, here you go. Put the mask on. I had extra masks in the car, ready. That's a question. If you got to get in my car, have you been vaccinated? I need to know. I need to know your status.
Yeah.
It's like out here, it's like an STD. What's your status?
Yeah. Absolutely.
We need status out here.
Yeah.
So I think people just need to follow the rules. At this point, put the mask on. It's been over a year. We're trying to save lives. It costs you nothing to put the mask on. I just feel like it's a minor request for a major outcome.
And then it's not even everywhere. Because here in Tennessee, COVID don't exist no more. Not at all. Mm-hmm. Like all the stores. I still put my mask on, and I'm vaccinated. It's just habit, right?
Me too.
I feel more comfortable. So I was in the grocery store this morning and I had my mask on. The workers ain't got masks on. I'm like, okay.
I know. I saw that yesterday when I was in the mall. I was like,
oh, okay. But they may be vaccinated and confident, and I don't know. I just still like my mask, I guess. I don't know. I got issues.
And in the airport, I think the airport, they have there are no longer skip seats. So I think the middle seat is currently being occupied.
Oh, I didn't even know that was a thing. Because when we flew just to Florida, it was full flights. What you mean? Yeah, when we said we back outside, Sean. It's full effect, popping. Stop, lock, and drop it. I'm just saying, they out there. Everybody.
Everybody needs streets.
COVID what?
It exists over here in my world. I'd be like, I ask questions, sure. But So let us know what y'all think about wearing the mask in the airport on the flights. If you agree with that, let us know. Put a comment in the section. Say I agree. If you just ain't got no comment on it, and you say let people do what they do as they do it, regardless of the outcome, then like Tiffany doing, take a sip on it. Take a sip. Let us know. Our next topic though is Britney Spears.
Free Britney. Sorry, I just want to say that.
Hashtag free
Free
Britney.
Britney.
I know. Let that girl go. You
Ooh,
know,
Free Britney.
it's really something to see and to know that she did at a particular point in her life trust that the people that she let be over her state, excuse me, over her decision making at that time because of her instability, that she recognized, you know, she did give them that control. Now she feels that she's in a better space. And I would think that because she gave her parent, was her dad? It was her dad who had control. Um, then I think that she at that time trusted that he would overturn it once he saw things were better, or that she knew that she could stand on her own again. And now with that not happening, I feel really bad for her. So I'm really thinking like, how much money are y'all getting from her estate, from her, you know, just her funds, like to not turn it over and allow her to have access to her own stuff, not even take out her what is it, IUD? What is it?
Yeah, IUD. And she
her
want to have
IUD.
kids.
Yeah, and they like no.
It's messing with her reproductive rights. That's just too much. But that's probably the reason she went crazy, because you know she was a childhood star, or you know she was young when she became famous and all of this. And I think her parents, her dad or whoever, probably the reason she was going crazy. And then she just snapped and lost it. But
I do think it's a lot of pressures that came along with being young and famous on the level that she was on at that time. And now she's older. I feel like she may be stable. I don't know her personally, and people who do know her, I mean, do they have character witnesses in this type of situation? You know, people go to, you know, can they come and speak on her character?
Is it a doctor still rating her incompetent or something? Or if so, it's not medicine where it's stabilized? Because you got the Kanye West, that's true. He's got an actual condition. He's bipolar, but he still control his money. Ain't nobody, you know, like you can still function and have my point is you can still function with a mental health issue.
I agree. In the state that she's in, I think she'll be okay. She's at a different place in her life maybe now. I don't know for sure what's going on. None of us do behind the scenes, but to give somebody that much control over your whole life and then them not give it back, like you literally have to get it back. Like, whoa, that's a thing out here. Like, wow, I didn't know it was. Yeah, that's serious. But free Britney on my end. Hashtag free Brit. Like I know her.
I ain't sipping on nothing. Free Britney. They gonna get, like, you know what? Like you seen that TikTok of the racist dude on TikTok talking about some you niggas.
He live at this address.
Girl, that's my whole phone. I apologize, y'all. See, that's what happened. But anyway, the dude's like, this my address. Da, da, da. Yeah, they showed up. All right, that's how they gonna do for Britney. That's what Daddy gonna get in a minute. They gonna be coming out there for Britney, maybe. But people speaking out on her behalf.
Yeah, hopefully they overturn it. I hope so. So let us know what y'all think on that Sip On It or Speak On It. If you have something to say, put it in the comment section. If you ain't got nothing to say, you just want to take a sip, put your beverage in the comment section. Let us know what you think. Now, our topic of the day, it is a good topic. It is one that I am very familiar with. It's a part of pretty much my life, literally. So we want to talk about dating people with or without kids. How do you feel about dating people with kids, without kids, and also from a discipline side. So if you are dating someone and they have children, how do you allow them to discipline them? I know I have a lot on this topic, so I'm gonna break it down. Let's start with I'm gonna start with dating people with or without kids. Okay. Uh, so I have, of course, 4 children, and I have, let's see. Well, I got 2 baby dads or two my kids' fathers. My mom be like, there you go, baby dads.
So my baby daddy. That's my baby daddy. I'm sorry.
So with my oldest, Fat, his his dad still definitely present, active father in his life. Um, and I did meet Thomas after that, which are my other kids, Jay and the twins' dad. So and then I got married to my current husband. So dating people with children for me, picking somebody to be around my kids, I'm gonna take it on that side. It was, I'm not gonna say easy, but it was thoughtful. Like I had to put thought into definitely who's coming around my kids, when I introduced them to my kids, um, the things that they were exposed to. So that was something for me that I definitely took into consideration with bringing someone around my kids. And I definitely thank God that my kids or the person I chose to bring around my kids have been nothing but awesome. When I say Thomas, his family, which is my kids' grandparents, they aunties, they family, TD folks. When I say everybody literally loves all of my kids, there's no difference in my kids. So I definitely thank God so much for that, because most people don't get, some people don't get to have, you get differences, or people accept your kids, but they really don't. So on my end, I definitely have experienced nothing but genuine love, genuine care for my kids. Even from a discipline perspective, it's not there. It's slow to even discipline my kids. But teaching them from, let's see, the male side. I'm gonna say the male side. So teaching my kids different things, instilling different values in them has truly been a blessing that I've received from the male figures that have been introduced in my kids' lives. So I definitely am happy for that part. Now,
Yeah.
for me, dating people with kids, well, I have a one baby mama max requirement. Yes, I have 2 baby daddies. That's fine, but that's fine. But for me personally, I literally have a one baby mama max requirement. I cannot deal with more than one baby mama. This is not happening. Like when it comes to women and their kids,
Yeah.
it's certain expectation that each person has for their kids. And when you're dealing with different women and different personalities and all of that, give me a one person max. That's it for me. I can't do that. I can't do no more than that. Yeah, I got 2 baby daddies. So what? One baby mama for me.
See, I definitely think that, dating with someone with kids, I don't know, I would think though, if I were single, I don't
Hmm.
think it's many women, honestly, at least in our age range, that ain't got kids. So that's always, or men, vice versa. So it's hard to say, because it used to be probably like, I don't want nobody with kids because I don't want that baggage with the baby mama, not the kids, but the baby mama could
Right.
be baggage and things like that. But nowadays, that's hard to say. I probably would look at how they treat their kids and how they
Hmm.
co-parent. That's what's important. If they can co-parent effectively or well enough that I can handle it, then that would be something that I guess if I were dating that I would consider, but the kids are going to be first and foremost anyway. I think when you're dating someone with kids, it's a major commitment. It's responsibility that you're going to take on for that woman and or man. So it's not just about you, it's about the kids. So, and I think as women, if we got kids and you're dating someone, you really got to be cautious because people crazy in this world. Like before you introduce kids and stuff like that to people, like it's got to really be, you put thought and prayer into like, I want to possibly do life with this person. That's what I'm saying. Like it ain't somebody that we just having a good time. Go meet my kids. If I was just dating and had kids. That's what I can assume. No. We can't get down like that. And I think women need to give pause to men and vice versa. Men give pause to women with kids. When it depends on the amount of kids. Like if you got a lot, or young kids. Let me say that it's a lot and they young. They like, oh, no, I'm not changing no diapers, or I'm not. It's not that they probably don't like you, but like, I don't want to get in that situation because that's more than I want to give. And they got to be honest with themselves.
And people have to be, I think you have to be honest with that, because I know from me personally with TD, my husband, he has kids himself. So he has a set of twins as well. So collectively we have 6. And for me, even though I have 4 kids, it still, I'm not gonna say a struggle because he's a good dad, like very good, very hands-on, very involved in their lives. But when you are a woman and you have been single and you have 4 kids already, that's a lot. And then you maneuvering and you're asking someone to come in. Well, not asking someone, but someone is being there to come in and be a part of your life and their kids. And then he definitely wants his kids like in the home with him, present, all of that. That's something to take into consideration as well, because whereas some people may say, yes, everybody together is a big family, but a lot of that falls on the woman. The mother, we do a lot of stuff. And then it also falls on the relationship that you have with the kid's mom as well. I think that is a, relationship that should definitely be groomed. I'm gonna say that. I feel like y'all don't have to be best friends, but to definitely be able to have a conversation, be able to talk about what the kids, what they like, dislikes, just letting them know that you have their child's best interest at heart and understanding where the mother's coming from, and not taking it. Some people take it as a threat. Oh, she's trying to tell me what to do, or I got the kids, so I'm gonna tell her this is what I want for my kids. But when we both trying to come to the same common ground for the kids, I feel like that communication between women definitely is something to work on. So I'm for that relationship as well.
I think Will Smith and Jada Pinkett do it well. He had a son and they co-parent, but they said they was honest. It didn't start off like that. Kevin Hart was talking about that. Him and his wife, his ex-wife, are like really friends now, like, or communicate the best now. Because at the end of the day, they had to put their pride to the side for those kids. I mean, that's what it takes. I mean, at the end of the day, you and then with disciplined kids, I think if you are doing life with that person, I don't know what I would think. If I wasn't married, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I can't really speak on that, but I would say definitely if you were my kid's step parents, I would be okay with discipline because I married you, right? So I would like to think that I wouldn't marry someone that is going to do something wrong or discipline my children differently than me per se. So I would say that I think that I wouldn't let anybody unless they're my husband. But I don't know. That's something I really can't speak on. That's just my opinion. But if I was a woman with children and this is my husband, I'm not gonna question unless it's just, I'm gonna trust that I'm spending my life with this person. I will allow them to discipline accordingly my children. But yeah.
And for me, I don't like my kids. I'm gonna pop them. Pop! Stop playing with me. They're gonna get popped. It's just what happens over here. I don't have to whoop often, but if I have to come out with a pop and a 1-2, they already know that it is too much. Now, when it comes to the boys, I've never like whooped them. Now, I have disciplined them and they know don't come around this corner because I'm not going to play. But I allow TD to pretty much handle the discipline on that end. Even when it comes to my kids, I think he probably made out of the 11 years discipline Fat and the twins maybe once or twice, literally, like from like hold on, jack you up, don't talk to me like that or I'm an adult, like nothing, like we just kind of, and it was nothing that we talked about per se as far as a conversation.
Yeah, I think it needs to be a conversation if you married them. You know what I mean? Like you.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Sometimes people will get out of control. I do feel like as a step, because I was just looking on something, some step parent did something to the wife's son. So he was in the hospital or something because the stepdaddy did something to him. So yeah, like you have to really be aware. Like if it's some discipline going on, I talk to my kids. They're gonna let me know if it was too much, we got out of control. If it was this and that, you have to, even though you married them, you still have to be aware and alert.
Yeah,
that's because at the end of the day, they are not their children. Some people have a different heart. You know, it's all about, of course, who they are. Thank God so much. And my kids have received nothing but love from the entire span of their step parents and the guys that's been introduced into their lives, which ain't been a lot of guys, but like I said, I got who I named out. But they've been given nothing but love, nothing but acceptance, literally from everybody. But you do have to be cautious and aware of who is coming around your kids.
Yeah, I mean, that's why, I mean, me as an educator, as a teacher, I teach my kids and they're 6 and 3. Now, I'm not going to be dating anybody, but if I were, like, I tell my kids what, their body parts are, because I know if something happens, you got to report specifically what they touch. So my children now, sometimes I'd be like, "Oh, don't say that out loud just randomly because you want to say your vagina, right?" But they will. They know their vagina, their booty, or whatever. What did somebody touch your vagina? Did somebody touch your butt? Or you know what I'm saying? They know what breasts are. They do, because the police can't take your hoo-ha or your non-nu-nu.
Right.
No. It won't be standard documentation. Like, oh no, they can't do nothing with that. Yeah, so.
Now I'm a firm believer in watching how you treat your kids, how you whoop your kids, how you interact with their mom, how you just do things and how you move. So I'm big on that. I don't see how some women date men who don't even take care of their children. I mean, and then had nurse her baby by.
Let me see it.
I'm just saying. So that's something to think about as well. Now, I know it's going to shift a little bit. So with the Lala and Carmelo situation, right?
Yeah.
Did he have another? So he did have another baby, right? Wasn't that his child, the first one he had? You don't really see a blended pictures. You don't see anything blended with the other baby. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So think about that dynamic as well when you've had somebody step out on you, had a baby, how do you bring that together? So from my personal experience, like I had like my brother. That's just my brother. My mama is mama for him, everything. But he came along. My dad was married to my mama. My dad had a baby, and then Squirt came, and now we all together. So they were still married when he came in. But my mama raised him, brought him in. Like it was nothing but love. So I've seen and experienced nothing but acceptance and love and bringing in other kids that may come along within the relationship or somebody that's outside of the relationship, a child that happened outside of the relationship. Because at the end of the day, the kids don't have anything to do with it. And just bring, I guess, showing it's just the love and coming together that you give and make sure that everybody feels accepted.
And you gotta be willing. I mean, you gotta make sure that's you still want to do life with this person. But they done made it right that I'm willing to accept it. Because if you accepting it, you need to make sure you remember that and don't bring stuff. It's gotta be all in at this point. Can't halfway do it, like you said, because these are kids. They ain't did nothing.
Right now, the so what do you think about if the guy said, if a young lady gets pregnant, the guy says, hey, I think you should get an abortion. And she's like, well, I really want to keep the baby. I really want to have this baby. And he's like, well, I want no kids. And he ends not being a part of the baby life or her life. Do you feel like she should just move on with her life without reaching out to him, knowing that he already told her that he didn't want kids?
I feel like I would let the courts handle it accordingly. So at least financially, you're going to be present. I mean, whether you want, and that's fine because one, that's your body. So if you want to have an abortion, that's your business. But if you don't want to, you don't have to. But that's still his child, right? So if you got a DNA test that says this is your baby and you don't want to raise it, and that's unfortunate because you may be missing out, you're going to be missing out on the best of their life, right? But you still going to be responsible financially at least.
Would you consider him would you consider him deadbeat? Would you consider him like, oh, he a deadbeat dad, he'll do nothing for his kids?
I think it's more than money, but at least definitely, I'm not saying to stop communicating and trying to. I would not keep it a secret who their father is or anything like that. But I definitely think that at least get financially taken help. And then, still let them know who their dad is and, keep, trying. I wouldn't stalk them, but, hey, your child's birthday party is this day or whatever, But
I'm thinking of it like, so if he already told you in the beginning that he didn't want kids, y'all did what was unprotected and end up having a child. He's told you don't want a child, told you he's not going to be there. That's like getting a sperm donor. You're not getting child support from them. So like he's already laid out that he doesn't want to be a part of this. Well, and you've chosen to move forward with this.
But the thing is, when you're, men can say whatever, but in that moment, if you ask them want kids, then don't have unprotected sex. So that's your fault. I don't give a fuck what you want. Sorry.
Well, what about her? She had unprotected sex too.
Both of them already said. So it's both of their responsibility.
But if he already saying, so she's like, I want to keep it, and he's like, I don't want it. So now he has to step up and be responsible for her decision.
Well, it was his decision. It was her decision. It was his sperm. Shit. What you mean?
Because it's like a sperm donor. He already told you he doesn't want to be there, and so you just up and decided, well, I'm just going to have this baby anyway. You can't talk about him because he told you what it was.
But nobody's saying talk about him. I'm just saying, just send me. You're responsible financially on the first of the month or whenever the checks drop.
I'm kind of different in it.
If you want to be a part of the child's life later on and you've matured or whatever, I'm open and available to that. But financially, you got to know your responsibilities as a man and woman. When you're laying down unprotected, having unprotected sex, you've got to know. You got to know that it's a possibility that guess what? And you know I teach science, so I ain't going to get too far, but you know what make dang on babies. So, no. You ain't young, you know.
That is, I agree to an extent. When I asked, because I heard this and I was kind of thought, and I'm like, that is true, because if he really telling you he's not gonna be there, he's telling you he's not gonna be involved, and you just say, you know what, I'm still finna have a baby. Oh well, and then you want to be mad when he's not there, but he already told you he wasn't gonna be there. So what you mad about? Like, what are you struggling about? Like, you know you was gonna be a single parent. You knew you was gonna have to do this by yourself, and now you mad.
See, women always, I think in general, some women think they can change men too.
Well, that's true.
So we think that, you know, he's saying that right now, but I know once this baby gets here, and it could be that. I don't know. But regardless.
Ain't no baby kept no nigga. Ain't no baby never kept no dude around. Ain't no baby never kept no. Matter of fact, sometimes they run them off. They be trying, because now you got responsibilities, and dudes don't want that responsibility. They liked you when you was free. They liked you when you could hang out. They liked you when you could just be kicking it all night. Now we can't even do the stuff we used to do. We can't go to places we used to go, because now we got these kids or child here in our face. So now the lifestyle and the stuff that we was doing, it's changing. So that also goes into play when you're dealing with somebody with kids and without kids. If I'm dealing with a dude that don't have no kids, and he coming into a space and I have kids and you ain't never dealt with kids before, I don't know how you really finna be. Are you really equipped for this? Are you really gonna be ready to handle this? You know, like, that's really a big thing. And then the age of the kids, because I'm telling you right now, if I was in a situation, baby, I'm not dating nobody with no little bitty babies. If I was in a position and I had to start over and I was talking to somebody, if your kids are elementary and younger, deuces.
I was saying at least diapers, definitely diapers. I don't need diaper daycare or whatever. See, goddamn.
My kids are in middle school and high school. I don't need nobody that got no elementary kids. Elementary and under, it's a no-go for me. It is a no.
What's elementary to you? K
through fifth. Elementary.
Okay. Well, see, fifth grade is middle school here.
Oh no. What? Okay. So let's start. Let's say this: 7th grade and up, 7th and up. That's it. Matter of fact, I really don't want to do 7th grade. I really want to be at the 8th grade.
They weird. 7th. I'm gonna stop because I teach middle school. But 7th grade, they going through a lot, and it's definitely a lot of emotions and stuff. It's some people would say awkward, but
I'm gonna go 8th grade and up for me. Yeah, that's about it. I don't care. Give me 8th grade and up. My kids big. No way, no how. And you can afford to be picky. Men, it's okay to be picky. If you want to deal with a woman that got kids, cool. If not, cool. And ladies, if you want to deal with a dude that got kids or without, age groups, however you want to pick, that's what you. I mean, that's just what it is.
It's your business.
It's your business. So nobody better not say nothing about it. But I remember. And we're gonna wrap up, y'all. But my uncle, was it my uncle? Yeah, my uncle. He told me, he was like, you having all these kids. Ain't nobody finna want you with all these kids. What you about to do with yourself with all these kids? Sure did. I was like, wow. At that time, I wasn't married or nothing. And when I got married, I was like, oh, what you said? What you had said? Yeah. You with all your kids. But that is something that men think
about.
That's a
stigma. It definitely is a stigma. Definitely.
It's definitely there.
It's a stigma for women with a lot of kids. But shoot, I'm telling women too, look out, because there's red flags. If you got a man, just because they don't have that, you know, I ain't gonna say baggage because kids aren't baggage, but those responsibilities, because they may not be living one, but living with the mom, keep in mind those red flags. Because if they got 10 different baby mamas, that still ain't somebody you probably want to fool with. One, because he fertile as hell. One, because he fertile as hell. And, you know, no. That's just,
she said he fertile.
Just say it. He's shooting them straight. I'm just saying. But no, that's a red flag though. You know what I'm saying? That means that you don't like condoms. And I just don't know anybody. And some people may want a large family, but if it was your wife, maybe you were married to somebody and y'all just had a lot of kids, that's different. So that's what, it's a lot of different factors, but I still wouldn't even want to fool with you with that. Cause let me stop. Cause yeah, I'm probably selfish too. And you got to spread your means with your kids. You need to, that should be the priority. Your kids.
Yeah. Right? And it's expensive.
I feel like you ain't got money to date me, really, because you need to be taking care of these 10 kids or whatever, you know?
Exactly.
You keep just having babies? No.
All right, y'all, let us know what y'all think about our topic of today. If you have a comment, give us a comment in our comment section. Tiffany's going to let you all know where you can reach us at to provide us with those lovely comments. Tiff, where they can reach us at?
All right. You can reach us on IG at notjustgirl_talk. Again, that's IG at notjustgirl_talk. And we are also available on Facebook at Not Just Girl Talk with Tiffany and Ashanti. Again, that's Facebook, Not Just Girl Talk with Tiffany and Ashanti. We are available on YouTube at Not Just Girl Talk Podcast. We're available on YouTube at Not Just Girl Talk Podcast, where we need you guys to hit that little bell to make sure you subscribe and get all of the notifications from Not Just Girl Talk Podcast. And we are also in the Twitter universe at Not Just Girl T, Twitter, Not Just Girl T, and TikTok, our baby account, Not Just Girl Talk. So,
yes, reach out to us and let us know. We need y'all to subscribe because we need 1,000 subscribers. We are a ways off. Yes, we are. But with the help of you all telling a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend about us, we'll get to our 1,000 subscribers and our 4,000 watch hours so we can become monetized. Okay? Don't y'all want to help us out? Thank you. So before we head out, go ahead.
Soul food for the,
Yes, soul food.
All right. So our soul food or food for the soul is simple. Love is beautiful. Make sure you recognize when it's real. Again, that's love is beautiful. Make sure you recognize when it is real.
Yes. And we're going to wrap up our show. And there's 2 things that we want you to do when you're always listening to Not Just Girl Talk. Number 1 is refill your cup
and vibe with Tiffany and Ashanti.